morning, sir.
Tell me, what day is it?
What day?
Goddamn Christmas!
Thanks for that, past Gary Busey. Now, some of you may not be aware, but current Gary Busey is a massive fan of this channel. All we need to do is shout his name and he will hear us. Gary Busey! Okay, look, he's getting on a bit. Sometimes he gets confused, but he gets very happy when he realizes we're shouting for him. I say, Gary Busey! There you go. Hi, Gary. Now listen, Gary. Gary, I know it's Christmas. Is that you ringing a bell? Okay. Anyway, Gary, we're going to try and get Lethal Weapon on the channel. I know, we haven't done it yet. You will get your chance to shine.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Merry Christmas, everybody. Welcome to the third Christmas on Teach Reed's channel. Can't believe we've had 2 full years and we're ticking away through the third one. As always, I'm here for a channel update. It just happens to fall on Christmas. I believe I've dressed appropriately for that. If you've been listening recently, the most recent book has been a Christmas book. It's been Die Hard. Christmas movie, not a Christmas movie. It is a Christmas movie. Was it any good as a book? Well, if you've not listened to it yet, please do so. If you have, I know it's not got a lot of love. A reminder, it's not really Die Hard, the novelization. It's actually Nothing Lasts Forever, the book that inspired Die Hard, and so there are quite a lot of differences. The main one being the lead character. So if you have listened to it, spoilers, Joe Leyland is a retired cop. He's so far retired that mostly all he can remember is World War II and this sweet Cessna plane that he used to have. And his main mission, if you can call it that, is to see his absolute failure of a daughter, who he doesn't really seem to like, along with the rest of his family, who he doesn't really care for. But on the plus side, he met some hot stewardess on this plane, right? And for whatever reason, most of the book is him thinking, damn, that stewardess was so hot.
Down, get a hold of yourself.
I've got to rescue my daughter. So look, if you've not listened to it, please don't let me put you off. It is worth a listen, but don't be expecting Die Hard the novelization. It's not quite that.
Do you really think you have a chance against us?
But that's not what channel updates are for. They're for looking forward. So what's next? Well, you'll be pleased to hear, and I know a lot of people have been waiting for this one, I have finished the next book in the T2 spin-off trilogy. So we already had Infiltrator. If you've not listened to that, you should listen to it.
I insist.
And once you've listened to that, you can then move on to this second book in the trilogy, which is Rising Storm. That first book, Infiltrator, was previously the longest on the channel at 20 hours of listening. I think it came in at, this one's even longer. It came in at 25 after editing. So you've got 25 hours of listening in this one book, which continues the story of John Connor and Sarah Connor. And of course, Dieter von Rossbach is back. So please give that series a listen. I promise by the end of this season, which ends in August, because we're on the school system here, we will have the third and final book, Future War, which is set in the future war, which is the one I think a lot of us are looking forward to. That's coming up too. So January, Rising Storm, join us for that one in the new year. Then February, one I've been waiting to do for a while actually. I'm not sure why I waited so long. The author of this one, Alan Dean Foster, is the same author that did the excellent Alien, which we recorded a few months back. I like Alan Dean Foster, no offense to the other novelization writers, but he's a pretty darn good writer. But what he also does, which I think we all love in a novelization, is he expands the universe, he adds to the lore, which is really good. So this book for February is The Thing. Awesome horror sci-fi movie. I'm sure lots of you are fans of the 1982 movie. Brilliant movie. If you know the movie, love the movie or whatever, or if you've never seen the movie, as always with these novelizations, I read them straight as if I've not seen the movie myself. I'm not trying to mimic it. I'm just doing with what the author gives me. With some books, Predator obviously gives me something very different to the movie. This is pretty close to the movie, but that's not a bad thing. It's a great movie. It's rather shocking in places, but it may grab you.
Clear!
Clear.
You see what I did? Yeah. Anywho, well worth a listen to that one as well. For those of you, the original core here, that are very much, I get all that, but where's our aliens? Aliens will be coming back March or April, depending on how I feel on that one. I've got an odd one actually planned for March, and then probably April, we are back to the Aliens universe, remembering that there are 2 left on my shelf that are in the 80s, 90s, ruling on the channel, which may change down the line, but for now, 2 left that we haven't done yet, aside from novelizations. Aliens, Alien 3, Resurrection, they're coming at some point, but the 2 left on the shelf are Aliens Rogue and Aliens Music of the Spears. Both of those I've never read. I think Rogue is next, chronologically speaking, and that would make Music of the Spears last. However, as I like to do, I will put up a poll in the next month or so.
Democracy!
Asking which one you'd like next. Rogue, to me, sounds the most interesting and is next. That's going to get my vote, but don't let me persuade you. Pick what you'd like to pick. So, that is what we've got coming up. January, more Terminator. February, The Thing. March, something weird. I'll give you the update in the next channel update. And then probably April, next Aliens book based on your poll votes. So, have a Merry Christmas. Have a Happy New Year. Thank you for being on the channel. As always, if you'd like to donate, we have the Buy Me a Coffee page. Massive thanks to Joshua R. again, kind of keeping the channel going here, for his donation. He's a big fan of Terminator, so more Terminator soon and into the future with the Terminator 3 books that he's bought. But if there's anything you'd like to contribute towards, any particular books that you'd like to buy in for the channel, Buy Me a Coffee has a link somewhere in the description thing. It's there. Trust me. Okay, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.